everybody. The other day, while we were reading a chapter of Becoming Sister Wives, I kind of had an aha moment, if you will, a realization about Robyn and maybe how she keeps her hands clean but is still doing the dirty work. I don't know. Let's talk about it. Hi everybody, my name is Jenny. My channel is called Senior Perspective on Sister Wives. I also have a sub-channel called Reality TV Breakdown that has Seeking Sister Wives and other reality TV shows that I watch and reviews for those. So go ahead and subscribe to that as well. Now, today we are talking about Robyn Brown. So on Thursday nights we have our book club, or Cook with Charity Club if you will, and a couple weeks ago I was reading and sort of had an aha moment as I'm reading through the book because I had not read Becoming Sister Wives before. So it's been kind of fun for me to go through it for the first time with fresh eyes and actually be shocked at a lot of the stuff in here. I can't believe there hasn't been more discussion about some of the stuff that's in this book. It's quite amazing. One of the things that was revealed in there was how Robyn met Cody, according to her. The actual meeting of Cody, although contradictory to other things she said in other interviews and even things TLC has said, shocking, I did notice something that was kind of a pattern with her behavior when it came to Mary and the catfishing.
Come again?
Or at least I think so. This is where I'm going to need a lot of your input to come back and give me some more information, maybe fill me in, or at least give me your opinion down below. Let's start back with the catfishing. For those of you who aren't familiar with it, after Mary divorced Cody so that he could marry Robyn and thus adopt her 3 children, the relationship between Mary and Cody over the next few years really started to deteriorate. Now, it's well documented that their relationship was deteriorating prior to this, and we know also that Mary likes to take extreme measures to try to draw Cody back in, i.e. still hang around and contribute financially to the family when there had been no intimate relations for over a decade between them. And he said, "There never will be. I'm not interested in you as a wife. You can find another guy and it's okay." And she's still hanging on. Mary is known for desperate measures. So Mary's struggling with her relationship with Cody. Okay, this is no secret, and her bestie is Robyn Brown. Mary eventually gets catfished online. So I had seen online in the past, and I believe it was Topish who said it on her video. So I just want to put that out there. I don't know this for a fact. I didn't see it in a People magazine article. I didn't hear it from their mouth in an interview. But I heard through a video on Topish's channel, this Sam character who reached out to Mary and was talking to her about business ventures, it wasn't about her LuLaRoe, which is what I assumed. According to her channel and her video, it was about him being this multi-millionaire, which is what we know he claimed to be, that he wanted to invest in My Sister Wife's Closet. So Cody actually encouraged Mary to go ahead and have a conversation with this guy and see if anything would come of it. So we now know that this guy named Sam Cooper, who reached out to Mary through a direct message asking about investing in My Sister Wife's Closet, eventually kept talking to her, eventually started wooing her, became her confidant. She started sharing what her relationship was like with Cody. He sympathized with her, and it became an emotional online relationship. And of course, during all this time, there was no money coming in. Red flag number 1. We could do another video on Mary, how many red flags were they regarding this catfishing thing, but that's not for this video. Okay. So the excuse he gave why the investment wasn't coming through, don't know. Maybe she just didn't care anymore because she was very interested in this emotional connection she had to Sam. Now, in reality, Sam was a woman named Jackie Overton. She's kind of a serial catfisher and not altogether. So throughout this entire emotional affair, Mary had phone conversations with him and Mary texted him, but never once met him in person or did a FaceTime. Red flag number 2. Okay, again, that's not this video. Now, Jackie Overton's voice is apparently quite low, so it was easy for her to put on the southern accent that she did when she was Sam and use her lower voice to portray that she was a gentleman and not a woman. Okay, the main motive in all of this is always money for Jackie Overton. She's done this with other people. She gets to a point that she gets you compromised, you share information you don't want out there, then she sabotages and she blackmails you, and she wants hush money, basically. Okay, fair enough. Mary got catfished. Oops. Move on, right? Except that we learned, only for certain through Robyn and Mary, in the tell-all talk back, whatever it was, of season 18, that what everybody had suspected before was true, and that is that there is a connection between Robyn and the catfisher. It's like Robyn knew the catfisher. People didn't really know. It was just a bunch of rumor. Okay, so here's what the story is. Robyn is good friends with a gal named Kendra, who, according to one news article, she met and she knows from Las Vegas. Yet the episode when they went to San Francisco said in the episode that her friend Kendra, who lives nearby to San Francisco, was coming over. So I don't know if she had just moved. I don't know if the article was incorrect and she didn't live in Vegas. Maybe you have more information about how she actually met Kendra and where Kendra lives. I don't know. Maybe she's a vagabond, moves around a lot. Now, she has lots of kids herself. I believe she was in the Mormon faith also. So Robyn has this friend. She gets on television too. I know she was kind of like a cameo in a couple other episodes. I can't remember which, but her main episode was the go to San Francisco, and she was the one that took the women around to shops to try to find dresses for, I think, was their commitment ceremony. Maybe it was a wedding. I don't think it was a wedding. I think it was a commitment ceremony. Doesn't matter. Okay, so that's really the end of it. We don't really hear much about Kendra. So here we are 15 years later, after there's suspicion about Robyn's involvement in the catfishing, and both Mary and her come out and admit, although they don't say Kendra's name, but everybody knows it's Kendra, come out and admit that Robyn had a friend, Kendra, who was feeding her false information about Sam, the make-believe man, who is really this Jackie lady. For whatever reason, Kendra was inserting herself into this situation with the catfisher. Mary's being catfished. Nobody knows about it. Kendra finds out about it.
Apparently.
Kendra goes to Robyn. Or was Kendra involved all along and shares with Robyn what's going down? They'll never tell us the truth. But Kendra vouched for Sam. She kept telling Robyn, oh, no, this is real. I saw him. I met him. He's a real man. Mary is having a full-on affair with a man who does exist.
Lies, lies, lies.
Robyn believes her friend Kendra. She talks to Cody about it. Eventually they approach Mary. Mary gets defensive. She says, no, I never had this affair. And so it goes. Okay. So we have Mary having this situation with a catfisher and Robyn inserting herself in it via her friend. So Robyn's hands are clean. I didn't say anything. I didn't do anything. I don't know anything. Kendra's telling me all of this. Now let's go back to the book. And when I was reading this live, as I do Thursday nights, 7 p.m., join us, I was like, well, this kind of sounds familiar. All right, so this is how, according to Robyn, Cody and Robyn met. According to Robyn, after her divorce was finalized,
I doubt that.
take that as you will, maybe true, maybe not. According to Robyn, after her divorce is finalized, she decides to go visit her cousin Reba, who lives in Lehi, Utah. Oh, what a coincidence. That's where the Brown family lives. She visits Reba, and On Sunday of that weekend, she goes to Reba's church with her. Wouldn't you know, it's the same church the Brown family goes to. I just can't even. She goes on to say she happened to see this man with shaggy blonde hair who caught her attention and made her all excited. No idea who he was.
That's a lie.
Now, mind you, well-known fact at this time that the family had done some pilots and were shopping it out to find a buyer for a reality TV show. Church wasn't so happy. I think they knew. This is a sinking ship. It's just a matter of time. It did take 14 years to completely burn down, but TLC was smart enough to know a sinking ship is exactly what we want to put on television. Okay, so Robyn claims that she saw this guy, that was the end of it. Okay, the story doesn't jive because when you read it in the book, it says that this man was sitting in front of her, and then later on in the service, she had to get up and go to the bathroom and pass him. I mean, call me crazy. Most churches don't have their bathrooms located up by the sanctuary in the altar. Usually in the back of the church. Or just exit the church and go down another hallway in that. So, found it very interesting. Something doesn't make sense with that. Well, let's just go on. Lots of lies. Many, many lies in this book. So Robyn's divorce is official, according to her. She decides to visit a cousin of hers for the weekend. 4 hours away. She drove for 4 hours for the weekend to see her friend, and then drove 4 hours back home. Was she trying to meet Cody Brown then? Was she using Reba?
Oh my goodness.
So she could be hands off? Not me, it's Reba. Well, guess what? She writes in her book that 1 month later, she decides to visit Reba again. 1 month later, she's got 3 small kids at home to take care of. She is a single mom now, and she decides again, a few weeks later, to drive 4 hours to visit a cousin Reba. She must really love this cousin. If I had a cousin that lived 4 hours away, I'd visit him about maybe once a year. I mean, it's a cousin. It's not a sister or a brother. But okay, 4 weeks later, back down she goes. Now, miraculously, on the day she was getting ready to drive back, probably Sunday afternoon, she was outside of Reba's house, just happened to be on the front lawn. Because that's where everybody hangs out and socializes. Apparently there were other people there too, friends of Reba's, I guess. Bunch of people hanging out on the front lawn of the house. When suddenly, the shaggy blonde-haired guy and Mary happened to just pull up. And according to Mary in the book, she writes, around the time that Cody and I were suffering through this low point in our marriage, we decided to take a drive together. It was a particularly good day for us as we had been working on improving the relationship and the communication between us. We were passing by our friend Reba's house.
They're just passing by.
And stopped in to say hello. A young woman, Reba's cousin, was outside loading her children into a van in order to drive back home to southern Utah. She drove her kids 4 hours, all 3 of them, in the car, just to see Reba. Those kids spent 8 hours in the car so she could see Reba. Or was it Reba? Or was it her trying to see Cody again? I don't know if the kids were there the first time she went down. Doesn't say. It doesn't say either way. But 1 month later, 3 kids in tow, another 4 hours north from St. George up to Lehi, Utah, to see Reba.
Great gal.
And then coincidentally, this Reba must be amazing. She comes back a few weeks later again because Reba's church was having a dance. Okay.
You still think they're just passing by?
Do we think Reba is at all involved in all of this? Was this all Reba's idea? I don't think so. I think that Robyn found out about the television show. Maybe Reba even shared that with her in the past. Hey, we have this family here. Gonna be on a television show. So I want to meet this guy. And suddenly Robyn every couple of weeks is driving 4 hours to see this incredible woman cousin of hers. She had no other friends or cousins or relatives or anybody to hang out with in St. George, Utah. Or anywhere nearby St. George, Utah. Or anywhere closer than a 4-hour drive to go see the cousin. Odd.
Something about your story seems fishy.
It seems clear to me that Robyn was using Reba to do her dirty work so that it looked like it was just a coincidence that they happened to run into each other. Now let's go back to the catfishing. Could Robyn have been using Kendra? I don't know. That one is a big mystery to me. But what stuck out to me was how coincidental it seemed that Robyn always has another person that does the dirty work. And she can just go, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
See, and I didn't know that. I'm starting to wonder if I didn't really know what was happening back then. Now I don't know. Just looking for answers. Yeah, I did not know that. I am questioning my reality. I did not know that
I didn't know Cody was part of her church. I didn't know Cody was going to show up that night when we all were standing outside on the front lawn, hanging out, as most people do. I didn't know Cody was going to be at that dance. Reba's church's dance. The same church that Robyn saw Cody sitting in. I mean, coincidence, don't you think? Did Reba get played here? Or are the two of them in cahoots? Did Robyn or Kendra get played in the catfishing thing? Or are the two of them in cahoots? You might have additional details that I don't even have. I would love to know what they are. I just was reading this book live and went, again? Again, Robyn has somebody else who seems to be doing the dirty work and she doesn't know anything about it? Pattern? Maybe. Tell me what you think. I'd love to know. Write it down below. And I'll see you Sunday night as James and I from My Take on Reality will be discussing chapter 1 of this book. Doing a deep dive. It's going to be great. Take care, everybody. Goodbye.
See you later, crocodile.